Alley Cat Games is a chocolate factory. We have Caesar himself in the game, and we shall be going into the audios of the characters. It's not an RPG. It's not D&D. The characters with the players. Tonight we have Simpson, Tabletop Polish, myself, and Caesar, as I mentioned. This is going to kickstart a game. It's going to be going live, I believe, Kickstarter 19th. We'll drop the link in. We'll drop the official dates and the Twitter page into the stream now. Yeah, it's like a fun game. It looks like a mix of programming and resource management. So I'm excited for it. All right, let's go live to the people.
Pairs of numbers.
Hey guys.
Groups of 4.
Oh. We're now live. It's all good.
Okay.
So we can then start playing.
Yeah, pretty much every time you say that we're live, every time we do this, I like instinctively wave to nothing.
Hello, internet. The internet waves back at you.
All right. So we're going to be playing Chocolate Factory, and we have Caesar, the owner of Alley Cat Games, here with us, and he's going to go ahead and teach us the game.
Yeah. I literally have no nothing.
So is my understanding is that you guys don't know the game at all?
Nothing.
I know it.
Start from scratch?
They don't.
I know nothing.
I know nothing too.
Okay, that's totally fine. I mean, I just taught my wife. So...
I found like all of like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, so I couldn't really find it everywhere.
Yeah.
It's all like
So if you do need it, the rules are on the right here, where my yellow hand is moving around. But I can sort of start from scratch. Obviously, we're running a chocolate factory, but each player is given a player board, their own player board. And essentially, we will be changing and upgrading our chocolates, but through our own player board. So you will essentially push your tiles through the conveyor belt. You will see factory parts that are sort of adjacent to each conveyor belt, and you can activate those to either exchange or upgrade or whatever your. So if I zoom in on my own one here, I'm pointing at this card here. So you start with 3 starting cards, and they each do something very basic to get you going. So there are sort of 2 components to each factory part. So firstly is the cost. So in this case, this one is 1 coal. This other one is another coal. And then the second part is what it does. So in this instance, this card will say that on this tile, if you pay me 1 coal, I will change a cocoa bean to a piece of cocoa. Then you get out, or in this case, the cocoa, and then you just literally exchange 1 for 1, and then you put it back on the tile. So that's what that factory part does. This one here is a little bit more. So that means change whatever you want to the next piece up. And to see the hierarchy, if we go back to the main board here, this is the hierarchy that you will see. And essentially it's saying that it will change up, essentially like from a cocoa to either a crisscross or a finger, or a red, and vice versa. And then finally, the most valuable or the most difficult product to create is a blue, moving it up 1 up that hierarchy. And in the instances where you can, if you're changing a cocoa to a crisscross or a finger, you just get to pick whichever one you want. Final starting card is this one. So it basically means that if you have chocolate pieces on your 3rd, you can push out from 0 to as many as you want. Pick it up, and then you just push it out of your factory. Why do you want to push them out of your factory? It's because you want to sell your chocolate pieces. Essentially 2 ways to sell your chocolate pieces. The first way is that you want to sell chocolates to these department stores here.
I'm just gonna stop you for a second. You're transmitting constantly, Polish, just so you know.
Sorry, I'm going to move to push to talk.
Sure. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, continue.
For instance, if you want to sell to the Palace Boutique, it says here that you can sell one of a particular type of chocolate, and then you can do it multiple times to move up the track. Fancy and Tats, if you sell the crisscross chocolate, let's say you sell it 3 times, you go up the track 3 times, and then you just move your appropriate colored disc up the track 3 times. Dunson and Gilbert's is if you sell a red and a red, or yellow and a yellow, whatever, you move up the track once. So essentially, we're all trying to compete for these, because the person in first, second, and third will get 16, 8, and £4 respectively. We're all fighting for these department stores because it's a big swing. And if there's a tie, whoever's disc is at the bottom essentially got their first or second marker, depending on what you're going after. That's one way to score points, are these department stores. The other way is corner shops, and these won't be dealt until we press the new game button. A second, I guess. And the corner shops, there are 3 types. There's a small, medium, and large. And essentially, the small ones don't give you that much, but what they do is allow you to complete them easily. And these type of cards are also private. Well, they're not private. They're kind of like yours, but they're kind of face up, so players can see what you're going for. When we press the new game button, we will each be dealt 1 of the small, medium, and large. Do that once we press new game.
I think we can go ahead and press the new game button.
We do that now. I'm dealing it now. Perfect. So this is the setup, and when we do a new round, we'll just press this new round button, which we don't need to do right now. That's not scripted correctly, but it won't make that much of a difference. There's supposed to be 5 of these employee cards and 5 of these factory parts, but
there are 5. This one has a stack of 2. This one has a stack of 2 as well.
I always forget that's what TTS does. Okay, so essentially, stacks do is you take a look at the 2 cards, and then you pick one of them to take for you. It's just that's how it's drafted mechanically. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. But the 2 do need to be together. The 2 cards need to be sort of drafted at the same time, and then you take one of those 2. It's just that there should always be 5 of each drawn. So the employee cards here, and then the factory parts here. Go to the employee cards. I'm just going to zoom in here for myself. Hopefully you guys can see it. There is a benefit or an action or a gift that each employee does. So it's kind of like a free special action, and then that employee is sort of taken that round. So the action must be taken that round, and then it's discarded at the end of the round. An employee will do. The second thing it will do is it will give you access to specific departments. So for instance, if we look at the operator here, give you access to the Salter's Emporium, meaning that no one else can sell to the Salter's Emporium except you. Similarly for the engineer, Fancy and Tats. So that will give you exclusive access to Fancy and Tats, and no one else can sell there. So it just means that you know that you're the only person that can sell and move up the track that round. But it also puts pressure on you to make sure that you can actually sell to Fancy and Tats. So one of the most important thing about an employee is the access to the department cards. It's a very important consideration, because if you can't sell, for instance, these blue boxes to the House of Luxury, and you take the Packer, then you've missed an opportunity there. So it can be quite if you don't pick it at the right time. why do we want to sell to the department stores in such a way is because if we look here in the main board, there are also extra bonuses for each player that has department cards in a diverse way. So if you've sold to 3 different department cards an entire game, you get a £5 bonus, 4 different department cards, £15 bonus, and 5 £30 bonus. And you'll bear in mind that this is only a 6-round game. It is quite difficult to sell to all 5. But then at the same time, you have to consider that, obviously, as I mentioned before, each department store is a track. For all 5, you're spreading yourself out quite thinly, but then you are at £30 bonus. So that's how the department stores work and how the employees work as well. Use the employees is up to you. So if it tells you you can do a certain thing, you can do it whenever you like, unless it specifies. So for instance, this one here, the packer says each time you load the conveyor, you load onto it there we go. I can't read it. Load 2 beans onto the tile instead of 1. So that's just something you automatically do.
Do
the
you
operator
know you
is something you
press Alt to zoom in on it, right?
yeah, I'm not very good with TTS, so
Yeah, if you hover over something and press Alt, it'll zoom in just for you.
on Mac. So which button would that be?
I have
It's
no
an option
idea.
button.
What do you have a question? Do you have a question mark key on Mac, right? Press your question mark key on your keyboard, and it should bring up the help, all the shortcuts you can do. But I don't know if that works for Mac.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I mean, I figured that out now.
Sweet.
Yeah. So, and then this one, the salesman, each time, this is like at the end of the round. It says each time you fulfill a stage of the corner shop order, you gain an additional £1. So that's something you do at the end of the round. So it's very specific to the type of action that you do. But obviously, the most about employees is what they're linked to in terms of department stores. That's if we take a closer look at I'm going to zoom in on my own cards. Small, medium, and large cards here. Once per round on the track of those corner shop cards. So, for instance, with this large one, one stage by selling 3 crisscross, and I get £5 for it. But then I sell 3 yellows and 3 blue in the same round. I can only do it once per round. And then once I've done that, I sort of take my marker and then I put it down to say that I've done it. And then I move up the score track. Those are pretty straightforward. But the interesting thing about the corner shops is that we're also competing to sell the most corner shop order cards. So that's why these small ones are quite interesting, because you just go up one track and you complete it. And then that actually, yeah, that's right, where blue is pointing. If you sell the most of those cards, you get an instant £12, well, at the end of the game. That's an important consideration. But you will see in your large cards, you know, most of the large cards are quite, well, they give you a lot of points anyway. With my large card, I can sell if I sell all of them, I get £39. So those are the large cards. How we sell them, I'll sort of get to that with the factory part, and it might be a good idea if I actually do my first action once we've drafted. So those are the corner shop cards. Might as well move on to the factory part cards. So I've sort of briefly touched upon it that when you are doing your turn, so we do the draft phase first, and then we do the sort of simultaneous factory part afterwards. Essentially, we just run our factories at the same time. You will start with 3 cocoa beans, or everyone does that. So we might as well take 3. Well, that's the coal, actually. 1, 2, 3. 3, isn't it? Is it? You got to press the number. Is it? Oh. Yes. Get out any of these pieces now. Game's crashed for me. It might be because we tried to all take it at the same time. So would it be worth restarting this? Oh, wow.
I know the
If
problem. His push to talk is the number 2 on his keyboard.
I should have removed the push to talk, so that's not there anymore. Everyone can just draw 3 beans now. Yeah, well, they go on the tiles like what I've done here.
On your stack of tiles that you have here, each one gets 1 bean.
The reason we do that is because every single round, when we get to activate our factories, we will place a new tile, place tile here bit. You will push. Just yet, but when you press the push, that's sort of like your first sort of part that you're doing. Round. Ready? Yeah. Cool.
I'm pretty like I'm pretty.
So
okay.
There now is if we look at the, and I'll sort of explain what each factory part does. So we take a look at this card. What it does is it means that for 1 coal, you can change a cocoa bean to 2, a cocoa to 2 fingers. You just exchange what is adjacent to that, to whatever one you've done. This one is pretty straightforward. It's 2 coal, and you can convert a cocoa bean straight to red or yellow. Just to a yellow and a yellow or a red or whatever you want. Kate, a piece of chocolate, so you just get an extra piece for 1 coal, depending on what is adjacent to it. And then this one is change a crisscross to a red or a finger to 2 reds.
So for this card, when it says ×2, just something that's on the conveyor belt in front of you, you just get that.
It has to be adjacent. Yeah, so these factory parts must be placed in a slot on your. Then they only activate on the things that are adjacent to it. For instance, this one here would only ever activate on this one here.
Okay.
Yeah, not diagonally.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna place these into one of these 8 slots, and then it affects that crate that's next to it.
Sure.
Yeah, I think a crate is a good name for it.
Pallet, crate, whatever. Yeah, it all works, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah. They look like crates. So who? Sorry, I missed this part. Can I just go BRB? So what's happening here now?
Basically, we're gonna draft. So you're gonna take either one of these 4 piles of factory pieces, or you're going to take one of these 4 piles of employee.
Who does it first?
And then it's snake drafts. So then it goes from player 1, and then everyone takes one of the piles, and then the last player, the fourth player, gets to pick 2 piles, and then it goes backwards. So by the end of the draft, everyone has a stack of factory parts or part, and then a stack of employees or employee. So we each have a factory part and an employee to that.
But if you take one of these 2, you're still only getting 1, right?
Yeah, exactly. So if you take the packets which have them, you must choose one of the 2.
Okay.
In this particular instance, so employees are only used that round, discarded. As soon as they're put in your factory, they're permanently there, and you cannot move it.
Okay.
Placing the factory part is quite important.
Yeah, sounds very important for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So who wants to go first?
I'll go
So here,
first.
double checking your corner shop cards, maybe, and then.
I mean, since you and I know the rules, maybe I start, and then that gives 2 people to go around before it comes back.
Okay. If you
Sure.
I don't mind. It doesn't bother me, to be honest. And I know what I want here, so I'll get some music on.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and take this one. Right, and I place it at the end of us picking cards, right?
Your machine part.
Yep.
So the machine part, you just
I wasn't sure if I place it
wherever you
now
like.
or later.
You can place them now, and then whoever's next, so OBG would go next.
Okay. So at least the one I want. So what's this, like just 2 of anything?
1 duplicates. So if you have a chocolate piece that is adjacent to it, then you just duplicate it, and you can pick and choose which one you want.
That's interesting.
Also, as a note, chocolate pieces applied to all of these 7.
I like this one.
Yeah, so you would pick 1 piece that you'd want to duplicate.
How do I get coal?
So we would the coal, but essentially the number of coal is it's told how many you get per round here on the ledger board.
Okay, so I should get
first
5
round.
coal.
We're gonna each need 5 coal.
Okay, that's 5 coal. Nice.
I will take maybe 4 coal.
I just realized.
No, Caesar, you have a button.
You have a button now. You have a button. You script. You have a coal button.
Oh, there's a button. Where is the button?
There.
Oh, get coal. Oh my god. Okay, cool.
Who's this? Yeah, you're also not purple. You're there.
Yeah, thanks for doing it for me.
It's alright, mate. At least that doesn't break the script. So upgrades any. Okay, that's interesting. Just get any, duplicate any, and then I could.
So is there 5 coal there now? Yeah.
There is. You'll just have to remove them individually.
So this kind of like, I feel like I need to explain. So I can turn a coal.
Board.
Oh, it's weird. Your mod creator's done it like upside down to how I play games, so it's just weird. I'm so used to flipping, like being on this side of the board with white, but it's actually backwards this time. It's weird. It's really weirding me out.
Who was the 4th player?
Simpson is the 4th player. So Simpson, you get to pick 2 cards here.
Yeah. So this factory part is yours now.
Yeah.
And then you get to pick, I mean, that's just automatically yours. Just pick an employee. and take it.
So the difference between these fingers and these this red and yellow.
Certain cards require fingers. Certain ones require the cubes.
Can you?
Yeah. So in terms of the value, the yellows and the reds are equivalent, but it's dependent on the game. It's required. So, for instance, in the red, you need some yellows and you also need some reds. But for the department stores, because they're double-sided, only the yellow ones are particularly interesting. So the yellows and the crisscrosses for the department stores are better to a degree. But for instance, with Dunstan and Gilbert's, if you have the employee that gives you access to Dunstan and Gilbert's, it can require reds as well, reds and or yellows.
Okay.
That hierarchy is more of a other than a fixed value for each.
All right, Simpson, you get to pick one of these piles as well.
So, can you explain the factory again one more time? So, the first one is turning a cocoa bean into a cube. The second one's just upgrading one, and then the other one pushes it out. Pushes it out. What does that mean again?
Yeah. So once you get to the third conveyor tile, you can push out as many or as little as you want.
Okay.
For free. There's no coal required for that. It's just for you to essentially allow you to sell to the department stores or the corner shop stores or whatever.
Okay.
You can do by pushing them out, either if they come out here or if they come out naturally. Because if they come out naturally, they're just out of your factory anyway, and they need to be sold. Is selling to the miner. So the miner will sell you coal for on a 1-to-1 ratio with any pieces of chocolate that you.
Oh, okay.
That's all the way from beans all the way to boxes. He'll just sell you coal.
Okay. All right. Sure.
Yeah, and you can use those coal straight away.
Of course, Simpson took my character I wanted.
I mean, I don't even get a choice on which one I take.
Yeah, I wanted that one. I had a plan. Simpson.
I'm glad you do, because I ain't got no clue whatsoever.
Of course you take the one which I need.
Hey, Miracle, can you give me server rights on this? Because the fact that there aren't snap points on my factory cards is annoying me great.
No, because I'm not having to do that. Not having to do that in stream. Move a chocolate from one conveyor tile to any other, and I can just do it 3 times. Can I do it to the same chocolate bar? So I can literally just like basically get it to here, duplicate it, and then pull it back, and then repeat. Wow. Okay. Is that like a permanent thing?
It's that you only get 3 pushes. So it's more useful to sort of upgrade something quite decently and then push it back to the front.
Yeah. Is that like just in front of me?
Operator's there for the round. But then, so is it my turn now?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can, I think the operator, move a chocolate from one conveyor tile to any other. You may do this up to 3 times during the round. So it's just a way of moving them around. How best you see fit the efficiency of your factory.
Good to know.
This stack of 2 as well.
So no real choice for me.
And I will take the packer, I think.
We'll get rid of put.
Discarded cards.
I was putting discardeds over here. Do you have
Might be
this?
a good idea for everyone to sort of watch what I'm doing.
Is this chocolate yours, or is this here by mistake?
No, that's a mistake.
Yeah.
Keep forgetting that that's coal.
Yeah, that's coal. That would putting coal into your chocolate factory. That would
More
do good.
beans.
Yeah, so you're getting those beans because you have the packer cards, right? Okay. So at that point, I think we can start.
Mhm.
Yep. So I can sort of explain how you do it. So
Because I'm the first player, right?
first player, but that doesn't make a difference. It's technically
Right.
supposed to be simultaneously.
Right.
So
right.
it might be worth just me explaining how I'm doing my factory parts
Mhm.
there, just to make it nice and clear. First thing you would do is press the push button, and then it. Don't know why there's a cocoa bean there, but
You've also got 3
There you go.
things. So that's yeah.
so I've now pushed. That's my first push out of the 3. Now my factory part sort of stage has begun. And so what I'll do now is I'll take a piece of coal and I'll activate this one. And then I'll change one of these pieces.
You've got the bags behind you, you know that, right?
Yeah, but I sort of have to zoom in and out to use them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I changed that to a cocoa. And then this card allows me to change a cocoa to, I think, 2 fingers. So I'm going to do just that. Get out 2 fingers.
Do you want me to
2.
remove this?
I had 2 cocoa beans using my packer. So then I would add that for me.
Yeah, I did it.
Very cool. So yeah, I placed a coal there because this one allows me to change a cocoa to 2 fingers. And then that's auto me done because you can only activate each factory part once per push. And I'll do that. And that should have not a coal, but a bean. I push it again. These coal get discarded, and then now I can reuse my factory again. So what I might want to do, because I want to sell some clip pieces, obviously. The first thing I might want to do is sell to my medium corner shop, which allows me to sell for £2 1 red wrapper. So I'm going to do just that. I'm going to activate this factory part here, upgrade 1 piece to the next piece up. So in this case, I can change a finger to these nuts. And that leaves me with 2 coal left. So what I might do is sell this. What I might do actually is just leave these ones for coal next round and then actually do it to this one. And there's a reason to the madness, because when we start the next round, and I was actually just explaining to my wife that when you start, you cannot get your factory parts before you push. So that's an important consideration. So now I'm going to push my last push. The physics is a bit crazy in this, isn't it?
It'd probably be best to adjust how the mass and physics work on your tiles if I was making it, just because it would prevent this.
It's a bit annoying, isn't it? So I've got 2 coal left. Do is change 1 of the pieces to cocoa, and I'll use my last piece of coal to change it to
Do you have to activate your factory tiles left to right?
So you can activate them however you like. So for instance, now I could, if I had any coal left, to do this, and I could have done that first. So it doesn't matter how you activate your factory parts. And you can activate the top one first and then the bottom, or the bottom one first and then the top. The sequence how you do it is completely irrelevant, as long as you appreciate that you can only activate each factory part once per push. So what I've done now is I've actually been able to sell all 3 of these chocolates, and I'll do just that. I'll sell all of these. This one will go to this card. This finger will probably just go there, and it will just stay there. Also sell to the miner, and I think I'll do that because the cocoa bean is worthless. So I'll sell that, and I'll get a piece of coal ready for the next round, and then I can keep 2 chocolate pieces back the following rounds if I want to sell them in whatever way I want. So I think, oh no, for my large corner shop card, I need 3 crisscrosses. Yeah, you can keep it in this green tab here and keep it for later. But it does mean that I have sold to this corner shop, so I can sell that up 2 on the track, yellow, and then move up 2. Is that 2? Yeah, perfect. So that's me done.
Wow.
And we're supposed to be doing this simultaneously. Now, the last thing to consider, and we should probably be doing this at the end of the round, is looking at your employee and whether you've been able to sell to your department. So in this case, the House of Luxury is probably the worst one to take in the first 1 or 2 rounds, because the House of Luxury requires a blue box, and I didn't manage to produce that. So that's a wasted opportunity right there. Should be able to sell some chocolates to their department store. But now everyone can go and sort of work and...
Well, I got a question about is coal. Do you get a new lot of coal, or does this one go add to the next day? So tomorrow is like 6. Do you add this one coal with the 6 tomorrow?
So, for instance, I've got a spare coal. I've kept that back for myself because I managed to sell a cocoa bean in this round. But every new round, you will get that many number of coal. So in the next round, you will get 6 coal in addition to what you might have kept back from the previous round.
That's why I'll just make sure that's what's happening.
It is a good idea to create extra chocolates if it's efficient for you to do so, to actually sell them on for cocoa beans, because from round to round, what will be required of you to sell to department stores is...
So these beans, when you push them out, they're just with another coal.
Yeah, exactly. So if you don't manage to alter these beans out through your chute, and then you can immediately sell them on for coal, and then immediately use the coal if you can. If that makes sense.
Caesar, real quick, the Palace Boutique, I don't
Yep.
think I understand how this one...
You move up the track X number of times where X is a type of chocolate. If you sell
They have
3
to be
red
different,
chocolates,
yeah?
no, in this instance, they have to be the same.
Okay, yeah. So
It's
it can just
1B on the other
anything?
side where they have to be different. They all have to be the same.
Could I just do like 4 cocoa beans?
You could, but the issue with that is that, especially in this instance, you're only going to be able to push out 1 cocoa bean.
Oh, okay, right. But theoretically, I could do that.
Theoretically, yes. In this instance, I noticed that you've got a factory part which changes a finger to 2 reds.
Yep.
So you have the opportunity to do that, and then push it out and then sell that to the Palace Boutique, and then move up the track twice.
Right.
Is change to
That,
fingers.
Yeah, this to
and then you would activate
fingers, and then that
do this.
one for that. So I'm just going to go straight to that. Yay, nutty chocolate.
I feel like I've done. Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of doing it right.
Let me see here.
Have I done this? Does this look correct so far?
So you spent 1 coal at the beginning, which turned that into this.
And that into that. Yeah.
You spent another here, and it turned it to this. So yeah.
Yep.
Here you
and then you duplicated
your chocolate to the fingers, and then you spent 1 to duplicate. Yeah.
And now I can push it back.
Now you can spend this coal to do another action, or you can push again, and then these guys can have these guys fall off the chute here and go to your cup.
You're trying to sell to the Salter's Emporium here. So Salter's Emporium requires the yellow one.
I was wanting to push them back to here and then move this again, but you said I can't. But can I do that?
The operator allows you to push around 3 times. So if you want, you could maybe push it. I would push it back to there, and maybe even once. Well, no, maybe I would keep one there because you can technically activate this one if you have enough coal.
Okay.
Well, he's not going to be able to push again.
No, you're not going to be able to push again. That's right. But you can change that to or a yellow, which might be a consideration for, your small, large, or medium.
Also, I need to sell to Salter's Emporium, which is yellows.
Sorry?
I need to sell to Salter's Emporium as well, which is for yellows.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I kind of understand that. Sort
yeah.
of.
But don't forget that in the next round, it's probably unlikely that you're going to be able to sell to Salter's Emporium anyway.
Okay.
Get an employee that gives you access to it.
Okay.
But you've done that right anyway because you've pushed it back and then you've upgraded it again. That the factory part may only be used once per push. So what I tend to do is I lay it flat on the card with it, and I reset all the coal and I push it off.
Okay.
Find yourself that.
Kind of understand it. I kind of do.
Yeah, I think what you've done is right.
Okay.
Cool. My only suggestion is once you've used the coal, and you have a new push, you just get rid of the coal.
Okay, sure.
And okay, well, this factory part is fresh. It's like morning, and now I have a midday push or something.
Sure.
Everyone done?
I have to sell these 2 red to my palace.
I'm still doing this upgrade one thing. This is one time only thing, isn't it?
Let me just see. Where are you pointing?
This engineer.
So this is a one-time thing. You can just upgrade 1 chocolate anywhere on your conveyor. You've got 1 more push left, and you're selling to Fancy and Tats. So Fancy and Tats is a crisscross. So you might as well just want to keep that to sell to Fancy and Tats actually in your last push, and then push it out the chute. Grade whatever you want. Just up the hierarchy.
So I'm going to use this card on this chocolate, I think. And don't know if I need.
Yeah, that's a really good move.
2 yellows, maybe.
Oh, that's a crisscross one.
We are the music makers, and
So in the next round, you'll be able to push those yellows out, and then sell them for £5. So I think everyone's done here.
Where does this go on this card? Where does this?
So to indicate that you sold it, there are discs in your color. So you just move it up 1 track.
Where does this go? Just goes in the rubbish, does it?
Yeah, perfect. So I think everyone's done. Is that right?
Yep. I'm done, I think.
Perfect. Click for the new round if everyone's happy.
Sure.
Up the track
when do we get
in their
money?
department stores.
When do we get money for this? Do we get this at the end of the game or something?
That's at the end.
Money in this game is not technically currency; it's just the victory points.
These
just
you get automatically. These are at the end.
Correct. So
these
this
corner shops the most is at the end as well, is it?
yeah. So whoever's completed the most, and so when we complete a corner shop, we sort of flip them over to indicate that they've been done. And then whoever has the most flipped over gets this most £12 stuff.
And this one's at the end as well, is it? This 3, 4, 5.
So yeah, this one is a bonus for at the end, and is for all players that get to achieve that many number of department stores.
So there's only these corner shops that are instant feature points when you do them.
Shops, you move up the score track instantly, and then these are just calculated at the end.
Okay.
That's it. So if everyone would like to discard their employee card, and then we can start a new round. So I think, in the game, the first player marker moves clockwise. That means I would go first this round, but I get to pick one of the packets, so someone can do the honors for the new round.
What is the first player marker in the physical game?
First player marker in the physical game is a punchboard piece of chocolate. So it will look like, it's basically the logo. First player marker. And then for the deluxe edition, it's like quite a large chocolate bar. It's probably almost the size of as a wooden piece. So it's pretty cool.
Can we have an extra deluxe edition that has actual chocolate?
Everyone says that, but that's going to be difficult. Mainly, I'm worried about customs and stuff.
I was the one who mentioned that on your Facebook page.
Yeah.
I was like...
Yeah, it's that'll be a big deal.
So who picks first now?
Caesar does.
So we still get one bean, right, or something?
One bean per tile. You should take all three of those.
That stays the same.
Mm.
Right, which ones I want? Wow, these are all sucky parts. They're not great.
Something's wrong with these bean tokens. I think if they're invisible partially.
They're partially invisible, yeah.
Something?
Yeah, the transparency when they've been made and imported is clipping through them.
Depends on the angle you look at.
It's also when you alt over it, it does show the transparency issue.
Okay, so it's OBG's turn.
Oh, cool. I'm doing it first now, am I? Cool.
No, you're second.
What? Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're just going clockwise.
I don't honestly know.
Okay, cool.
I feel like that's a good thing for me to duplicate all the chocolate onto a conveyor.
Yeah, duplication in this game is always good.
Yeah. Yeah, do that one.
Okay, Simpson. Don't forget to get your coal, guys.
Clever enough to get the right amount of coal.
Is it not giving the right amount?
It's correct. It's just because it's black, it's a little bit difficult to see against my hand, actually.
Yeah, it should be
graphic design.
Yep, I got 6. Simpson, what you taking? Good choice.
Yeah. These customers always the same as
What?
these customers are always the same.
What's the question?
No, one is for the corner shops, which are these. Oops. These 3 cards are your corner shop. The other one is specifically for the Fancy and Taft's department store here.
Yeah. This
So-
question come up in our game we just played.
Yeah, the director is saying that if you sell here at Fancy and Taft's, you move twice instead of, well, so you move one additional space. The salesman is saying that if you sell on one of your cards over here, you get an extra. Sorry, that's not what the salesman. That was my salesman. This salesman, normally when you do the corner shop, you can only do one row. He would let you do 2 rows.
There's one row on completing next anyway.
Yeah, that seems really hard to do.
Yeah, that particular salesman's quite hard. Game. So that's one of the conflicting part about the game is that you will always have an efficient, move, and then also an inefficient move, and that's kind of like the game and where it pushes and pulls you.
I am so glad that you all left me this combination.
You didn't want the Packer?
I did want the Packer, because if I use her and this nice new factory card right here, I can get 2 blue boxes this.
Very nice. So I know I'm going to be left with one of these worst.
Her ability is useless, but I need to get into the house.
It isn't useless because you can sell those beans for coal.
Yeah, but like her ability is not why I'm taking her.
Yeah, exactly.
Simpson, you take your next card.
The game gives you a lot of options, so that even if you take a card, it's always going to be a decent move. So there's 3 cards left, so I think that's Simpson's.
I don't know. Is it me? I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's Simpson to take 1, and then you, and then Caesar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Simpson.
What happens if I just sell a cocoa? Does that just give me a callback or something?
Yes, if you sell a cocoa bean, you get a coal back, and you can use that straight away.
No, I mean the brown ones, the brown box ones.
Yeah, whatever you sell and you get out of your chute, if you don't want to sell them to a department store or a corner store, you would always convert it for coal.
Okay. I'll just take that.
That's a pretty good way to make coal.
Yeah, that's a really good way.
And Miracle. And then Caesar.
So one of the reasons I took my dude is that the Palace Boutique, but I already have 3 beans in my chocolate conveyor belt line. Beans to these guys.
I didn't even think about selling beans there.
Yeah, it's only the Palace Boutique that allows you to do that.
Is your coal supposed to be here? These 2.
I don't know why that's there. That's from there.
Okay, Caesar, this is your card.
Yep. Great. So everyone can start.
So we all get 3 pushes. Yep. To make sure.
Yep.
We're not allowed to spend the call before we push.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah, you're supposed to push first, and then you can start your. Oh my days! How do I put this on my factory without it?
Oh, which one do you want it?
Let's move it there.
So I have to push,
Perfect,
and then I
thank
can
you.
activate my factory. I can't activate then push.
Load,
Push and activate.
Activate.
Must push.
What about using your packers and things? Can you use them before or after?
Well, it depends what the card says. Shall I?
Okay.
Let me just take a look.
Duplicate all chocolate. So
It means that you can duplicate the chocolates on any conveyor tile once,
Mm-hmm.
The whole round.
Okay.
So it's basically a single action that you take.
Mm-hmm.
Taken, in the
Jesus
last
Christ.
push.
The colliders on these things is a little bit awful.
Bit funny.
It's a little bit funny. Yeah.
I'll
think-
You were
mention it,
talking
Aaron.
last time when we were looking at the mod, Miracle, about why these are flat instead of three-dimensional. I think the flat is probably necessary for pushing it, isn't it?
Maybe the three-dimensionality is meant to just what it's supposed to feel like, I guess.
Here's one push. Upgrade.
So that's crisscross. Do this.
Okay. Then duplicate. And single.
Ooh! Box of chocolate.
I might just move this here, actually. Oh, no.
Like it's also done single, but so this I can sell to Dunstan Gilbert like 2 yellows, a yellow and a red or yellow, and 2 blues.
Yep.
Okay.
And then each one moves you up the track once.
So if I sell, okay, I sold that one. Okay.
Man, I can't do this. Sorry, I messed up my fact. How do I rotate cards? Is there a...
E or Q?
Can I ask, what's the purpose of fulfilling your like character's like brown area, like the Dunstan Gilbert?
So basically, that's the only way you can sell to that department store. So if your employee tells you you can sell to Dunstan and Gilbert,
Okay.
Dunstan and Gilbert's as the department store that round.
Right. Okay. Cool.
It's one of the important considerations of.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
This Palace Boutique, can you just sell a normal cocoa bean, or does it have to be
Just
a chocolate?
that
What
one.
I'm doing, so... Oh god, how do I flip this over? Flip. Hey, my dude, the mechanic. The Palace Boutique. But I think your person gives you access to Fancy and Tats.
That's one push, and then.
Yeah.
So, are you the only person that can go here?
Oh, I could have duplicated all that chocolate.
Every person has exclusive access to that you've picked up. So if it's Fancy and Tats, Dunstan Gilbert, Salter's Emporium, whatever it is, if you've got that card, you are the only person that can sell to that department store that round.
There's obviously one place for free because there's not 5 people. Because there's 5.
Be one free, yeah, in a 4-player game.
Okay, so I'm okay. I found my second, first push. I think second push.
I'm annoyed that I am 1 coal short of getting 2 more blue
And
boxes.
second push, and then upgrade that to. Okay.
Ooh! No, I'm not. After I push, I can trade this chocolate away. Can I use the shoot as many times as I want? Or is that still just limited to 1 action per push?
No, you can use it as many times as you want. So you can push out the 2 reds and keep the brown one back, or
Heck no, I'm
Keep
going
them
to
all
keep that.
there or
I'm going to
whatever
push
you want.
out that brown one and turn it into a coal, and then use my 1 coal I just got plus the coal that I have left to turn both of these into blue boxes.
yeah, that's a really good move.
And then push them both out and sell them, all 3 of them, to the House of Blood.
Already done that.
Although
Alright.
I wonder if selling all 3 is worth it. Maybe just 2. House of Luxury seems really hard to do.
And it would be here. This is really complicated in my mind. It's like, okay, so there, now because I pushed them. And then I can, with my last push, I would use that to put that there.
Yeah, we'll just do 2 of them.
And then I would sell these 2. Let's just keep that aside. Sell those 2 to Dunstan Gilbert again. How do I keep things? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
How do I keep things to the side? Like.
So you're allowed to have 2 things in this bowl at the end of a.
Okay, I'm done then. I'm gonna test something.
Why did you get rid of so many yellows?
Because I made so many. So I duplicated, and then I had like 4, and I sold 4 to here, and then I like.
Oh, you sold. I didn't see you move your
Yeah.
guy on the Dunstan.
Yeah. 1 second.
All right. Color's supposed to be that way around.
If you put because that button's gonna dump all the coal into the black.
Oh, does it?
yeah.
Right. These 4 for coal.
Alright, I'm back. So as I dropped these 2 out, these 2 fell out, so they turned into coal.
No, you can keep 2 in this bowl, 2 things in this bowl per round. So you could keep one of them here and trade the other for coal, or make them both coal. It's
Make them both coal. Because they're gonna go. That's gonna disappear next round.
no.
Oh.
You can have 2 things here. So technically, you could just keep one of them there and make it coal the next round if you don't use it.
Okay. Sorry, it's still a bit confusing. I haven't got the whole mechanisms of the game. It's totally set in my head, but yeah. I'm trying.
I think I've got the hang of it, but I still no idea if I'm doing it properly or not.
Okay, Simpson, are you done?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Complete this
Correct.
corner shop here then.
Yeah. That'll be the 2 yellows.
So that means you get to draw one of these 3. Small, medium, or large. Or does he just draw small to replace his small?
No. So you pick small, medium, and large, and then out of the 3, you keep back 1, and then
Okay.
that's another corner shop that you can sell to.
I pick one of these and then choose one.
Yes.
That's right. Because I've just filled my medium order here.
I have $0.
The fallacy in the game because typically all the I would say about 80% of the points are tallied up at the end. So I move up to 10.
So discard the ones you don't want, Simpson, and then this one you need to keep off to the side. I have 3 corner shops that are just really, really hard to finish.
Yeah. Like my medium one's like really expensive, and it's just
Your medium one is nuts.
like it's not even funny. It's like Look at this, dude. Got me like
I just had a small one that needed 2 blues. Like,
Yeah, my small one needs a red and a blue. It's like, okay, well.
Your OBG, your large one is relatively okay, and your small one is relatively easy. You definitely couldn't do those in the first round, but that's okay.
Right.
Okay.
Is everyone finished now?
Yeah.
Right. Can I press the button?
Yeah, go for it.
Press the button.
How come Echo's like got 8 tolerance?
Well, I did this, remember?
Get coal.
Alright, so Miracle, you're first this round to pick.
So that's a 2 coal, turn a red into a diamond. And well, diamond. I'm gonna call them diamond chocolate, you know. Because they're just like, it's like we go from chocolate bar to crisscross to yellow mellow to like diamond chocolate. I don't know. It's like, feels like Minecraft.
Okay, is Diamond a brand in the UK? Because that is a hexagon, sir.
Diamond is a brand, yeah. I'm sure it is.
Is it any good?
I don't know. I know it's
the blue box.
Yeah, is it blue box just like luxury chocolate? Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a box of chocolates. They're supposed to be roses.
Right.
You never know what you're gonna get.
God.
Yep.
Interesting.
There's some good choices for the factory parts this round.
Yeah, that's some weird ones. A red.
And yet nothing that's easily making me yellow.
So if I get something to the end and it falls out, can I then sell it, or does it just disappear?
Oh yeah, no. If it gets to the end, then yeah, you're selling it.
Okay, to the character I have, and also to the places. So if it falls out, I basically can sell it. Awesome. Oh,
Yeah,
right.
It's just
it
like the
falls out.
conveyor.
Yeah, it's just like the chute.
These are practically the same, aren't they? Just yellow or red. Yellow or red. Okay.
Yep.
Engine
might be geared towards producing yellows or reds.
Because to me,
and then you put that towards the end of your factory, then your quid's in.
That seems like I need reds more than anything. I feel. Is this one better? I'm actually genuinely asking. I need to make reds and blues. So this one's better? Or this one's better?
Got to it.
Be in your factory, so I don't know what is good for you.
No, nor do I really.
Well, you can make because right here. I mean, you've actually got a really good factory there.
And then I can turn my yellow or red into that, and then yeah, I see it. Yeah, that's actually really good, isn't it? I can see the mechanisms working now. All right, I've done it. I picked one.
Simpson. I move my camera from sort of left to right.
WASD.
Oh wow.
Use your WASD key. Keys. There.
I can't imagine how you've been playing this whole time without moving the camera.
Yeah, it's. I've just been zooming in and out. I've been using my right click button.
Yeah, you can use right click to spin around, and you hold that right click down.
Yeah, I've been doing that.
Yeah. So just use WSAD to move all the way around.
I feel like I've just had a new lease of life.
I mean, yeah, no, right. I bet you have, man.
I used to be quite tech savvy, but not anymore.
I am impressed that you were able to teach the game and point to different cards using only zoom and camera.
Yeah,
that's truly something.
Okay, are we just waiting for Simpson then?
That's our habit in life.
What, waiting for Simpson?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like waiting for Godot.
He never
Northern
comes.
accent. Which part of the north are you from?
Me? I'm not from the north. I'm actually from Wales. But you're on about Simpson? Because I can't remember where you're from, Simpson.
I'm from the East Midlands.
East Midlands. Okay, cool.
So yeah, you're
That
East
for me is north.
Okay,
Well,
I am taking this engineer because he is not.
What does he do?
Lets
He's
me
one factory
reduce
part
the.
to make operate
yeah.
at half the usual amount of coal. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Here as
Yeah,
well,
it's-
which
it's pretty.
there's another dude that basically allows you to operate one factory part and operate it tile, but an adjacent tile.
Yeah, I like that one too, but this
Yeah.
one it works really well with this part right.
Oh yeah, Jesus, that's amazing. Turn then, yeah.
It's your turn. Yeah.
Additional conveyor tile. Take it 3 coal. Even though, and I can make yellows.
So what's your favourite chocolate then, Kate, Caesar?
Good choice.
What? I didn't hear that. You cut out for me, sorry.
Oh, my favorite chocolate is a Snickers.
Oh, a nuts fan. Oh.
I don't usually like nuts in chocolate, but it's just something about Snickers.
Not a fan, mate. Not a fan.
There's a bakery here that makes like their own Snickers bar.
Okay.
It's kind of like a cake, but they've also done all of the caramel and the nuts and the coated in chocolate, and it's so.
So, am I picking now?
God no.
Oh, weird.
Wait. Cool. And then that's mine.
Oh, Caesar, did you just give me this part?
Wait, what? Yeah, but you can make blues anyway.
Yeah, but with that engineer?
Oh man. I'm not into hate drafting anyway. That's my excuse.
It's too cold to turn a cocoa bean into a blue box.
No, I took the wrong corner store. Oh well. Right, that one's mine, so
Did you want the Palace Boutique store instead?
talking about the
No, you had the option of the Palace Boutique or the one that you have.
oh no, I'm talking about the corner shop. So when I completed my
okay.
last one, yeah.
Simpson,
messed
it's
that
your
up.
turn.
Nothing. Okay. Picking this one.
Oh, what is all this coal over here, Caesar?
That's mine.
Okay.
If you want.
Do you guys
put mine
have
on.
Milka over there in the UK?
Excuse me?
Do you have Milka chocolate?
Mocha?
Milka.
I've seen it before, but I think that's a European thing. We don't get that over here.
No.
It's German.
And Milka
I think.
in Aldi and Lidl actually.
Yeah, that is amazing.
We're lucky. We've got Cadbury's. We
Is
don't
it-
need anything else.
Is this mine?
Yep, that's yours.
Cool, cheers.
Yep.
Do you guys get the little mini Cadbury eggs at Easter?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, those are so good.
Yeah, Cadbury eggs are great. Cream eggs. I just saw the corner of my eye, just your thing explode.
Yeah.
I
The physics isn't amazing, but yeah, it works. It's okay.
I can fix that for you. It just gives me a little bit of testing, and I could fix that for you for sure.
Sure. Thanks very much.
Like, it's something I've not worked with before, but I'm sure I could figure it out. It's just like adjusting. I think it might work with mass, snap points, and affecting of gravity. Because if I just don't let it function with gravity, things won't fly up. It'll just stay still, but then it might get stuck in the ground. It's just like figuring. It's just trial and error. It'll be right. Won't be nothing.
Caesar, for this card here, I pay 1 coal to upgrade 1 thing. Can I pay 2 coal to upgrade 2 things?
No,
Okay.
it's just whatever it says on the tin.
Oh, I'm doing that push thing. On my way.
Oh, what the hell? Oh, my coal just went. The hell? How many calls should I have had this round?
7.
7.
Okay.
Plus whatever you had last.
2, okay.
Did you not press the get coal button that's right there on top?
4 I did?
Apparently not, because it's still there.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I can still see your get coal button.
Oh, okay, so I then have 2 plus however much this is.
Coal
So-
button disappears. That's pretty nifty.
I had no idea about that. Okay. Then 2 coal here.
So this is the kind of like the bit where it's a little bit multiplayer solitaire, but don't mind that much.
No. It's kind of it. That's kind of down here. Push. Oh, oops.
If I make it to Essen this year, Caesar, I'll bring you some Polish homemade chocolate.
Yes, please.
I should have been pushed out.
I
so
brought-
I've got to get coal.
I brought some to a bunch of people last Essen. We ended up breaking the knife trying to cut the damn thing.
But how come that doesn't sound too enticing?
It's delicious, but when it's done, it's really.
Satisfying once
they
you've
should be
actually
low.
made an efficient factory. It's just, I think in the first 1 or 2 rounds, you can get in a position where it's a little bit frustrating. And then maybe one person has sort of got ahead already, created that ultimate factory.
I think I've done all my pushing. I think so. I don't know if I should have one more push. Yeah, I should have one more push. Sure, I should. I've only got one out here. My god. I think I've screwed up massively. I've only got one out, but I've got 2 back here. And
Well, how many times did you press the push button?
I think twice.
Okay, this tile with these blues, where were they at the beginning of the...
That's a complicated question. Maybe
It's not!
here. They were like,
Okay, then you had to have pushed twice.
yeah. I'll do one more push.
Well, no.
You can only push out on the 3rd tile, is that right?
To understand.
You can only push
Yeah.
3 times, unless you
I
have
mean,
the...
you can only
person's
push
system.
out on. You can only push out on the 3rd tile. You can't push out like on this tile.
Yeah, you can
Yes.
push out there. pops out at the bottom here is out as well.
Also, if it comes to this end, it comes out as
Yeah, so anything, if there was a chocolate part here and you pushed it out like this, then anything that was on that last tile, part of anything that you can sell and stuff.
Yeah, it makes sense because I was wondering why what was required to put in some badges up.
I mean, technically, you can get your stuff out when it just goes to the end of the track too.
To come out the conveyor tile and you don't have any more pushes, it's sort of stuck there.
Oh, my brain. Okay, I just. There we go, we're done. That's 4.
Who's left?
I think Miracle just.
I
finished.
think my brain is really bad at methodical stuff like this, like press the button, do that, and my brain's like, but it's just...
Don't worry if you've done something wrong. It's not like the camera's constantly following you.
I know, well it kind of is, right, isn't it, mate? It's because things pop up, and then I get confused, and then, oh, was that 1? Was that 2? Oh god. Numbers.
So, just put a bean on each of these 3.
Okay.
That should help at least know if you've pushed the thing. I think we're just waiting on you, Caesar.
I'm done.
I'm done.
Well, Caesar, you need to get a new
I was
corner shop.
just preparing stuff.
I was done way before I was.
I just don't even know, mate. I don't know if I was even done in the first place.
I don't know if I'm done, but I've done what if I'm winning.
Go up this track. Wow. 6 or is that 1?
Sorry.
Are you at 6 over here on this shop?
Yeah.
Good God.
Because of this end card here, look.
But have you had the card which tells you can go there?
Yeah, I had to sell to a corner shop for 1 more gold. Which I did here.
That's the salt.
That's not a corner shops are these.
It's corner shops are these, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure he did it. Like, this one's not that hard to go up on 6. You just dump all your beans there.
Which one did you? Okay.
The salesman.
Is this who you had beforehand?
This is who I am.
Oh.
So you
I picked him just for this part.
For the Palace Boutique.
Yeah.
Was it beans?
These brown.
Right. That all those little pieces of chocolate chunks that he's got down here.
Oh, okay. That's just wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's
So,
a fun combo.
Yeah, the salesman doesn't push you up 1 track on the Palace Boutique.
No,
but it gives you access
he's
to
got
the Palace
this.
Boutique.
He's got this factory thing that's getting him all these tiny little pieces.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And then I sold 2.
So you had the salesman this round?
Yeah, and then I sold 2 of these funny looking things for the shop for money. Which is what my salesman is.
Yeah, he's right.
Dang.
All right, still waiting on you, Caesar.
I'm done.
Oh, you
How
need
did-
corner shops.
I was
I
just
didn't-
looking at the cards. I was just a bit confused.
How did someone go up here when I was the only person that was allowed to go up on this place?
What, here?
Yeah.
I went up there last turn. I forgot to go up.
Caesar, you have 2
Or-
small ones.
Like, you can't go there. I own.
Did you finish this one too, Caesar, or is this piece just
Right.
here by accident?
Just put it there, right? Back. Perfect. Yeah, thanks. Okay, so it is Simpson to start first, I think. Excellent.
Look at Miracle just stealing that button press.
These are the B factory parts, so they're a little bit more crazy. They require a bit more stuff.
Wow.
But, I've been talking to Brett and Matt, and both of them agree with me and the people that we've been playtesting that the B factory parts are actually a little bit too expensive for what they do. We're going to change them to make them a little bit more interesting, like get victory points every time X goes by.
Yeah, have some like passive
Yes.
abilities going on. Yeah, because I feel like I'm running out of
Right.
coal.
Yeah, 3 seems like a lot for this one. 3
Yeah.
and a blue.
Well, no, you're swapping a blue for 3 stuff.
Right, so I mean, I have to have 3 coal and a blue.
Exactly. So this part of the game will feel probably a little bit more inefficient. And also for inexperienced players, coal is a really big issue. They'll often run out of coal. So we think that in the B factory parts, part of the passive ability will be a one something for 2 or 3 coal or whatever.
This one is significantly worse than the card I got last round.
Which card?
This one.
That's really hard to do. Jeez.
Yeah.
Also the
So-
duplicates.
No, they're flipped around.
They're sort of.
Oh, right.
They're what do you call them? Mirror. Chiral is the word. They're chiral cards, if you want to be scientific.
Okay, now this one seems fine and balanced.
Yeah. But like I said, I think do need a little bit of fine tuning. We just need to. We used to have passive abilities for B. I think they were quite interesting, but we took them out,
Oh,
balancing and tweaking purposes.
Simpsons picking versus Z. Okay. I didn't know who
I
was
get 3
picking.
coal.
Cool.
There's a coal.
Oh, I wanted that I wanted that one tabletop.
Sorry, I need Dunstan and Gilbert.
Ugh.
Because I seem to be incapable of making yellows.
Okay.
Also, Simpson took my
Yes.
Salters Emporium if I wanted to take anything.
Didn't even read the Packer's ability. Nice.
Kind of sad that the Packer just looked like Lucille Ball.
So I get 3 coal.
Have you seen that I Love Lucy skit with the chocolate?
No.
You Europeans.
No idea what that is.
It's like a classic
Well, she eats
skit.
a lot of chocolate on the conveyor belt.
Yeah, they.
Oh, that black and white movie or something.
It's a TV show.
TV show.
Hey, hey, the Game Cave. We are playing the Chocolate Factory by Alley Cat Games, and we have Caesar here with us too. So if you have any questions or want to know anything about the game, feel free to ask.
Miracle, it's your turn to pick one of these. No.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Just pick one.
But they all look shocking.
This one's pretty good.
Do we have a website link I can send them or something?
Yeah, it's just alleycatgames.com, or they can go to the BGG page. So which card was taken from here? Was it next to this one?
Yes, it was. So that one's gone.
So this one needs to go. Yeah.
Okay, well, you took the ones I want.
There's some nice blues you have there.
They are, but they'd be nicer if they were yellow and I could do any of these corners.
I've got so much coal, guys.
Well, you're gonna need it.
Yeah.
No, you haven't noticed at all.
Alright, I'm gonna replace my my first level upgrade here because it's now just defunct.
Give him that call.
Okay, fine. I'll do that, Simpson. I'll give it him back.
Wait, what happened?
I swapped out my yellow for your blue.
I'm tempted to just let you do it.
Because I want the... I kind of want the blue, in a sense.
Blue is really easy for me to get right now. I just don't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually wanted that card, so
That's the other thing about the game is that required of you are constantly changing. So that if you do make a factory in a way which only creates one type of chocolate very well, then that's actually probably quite a bad thing to do. So you want to purposefully make your factory slightly inefficient, but
Alright, are we going now?
as well.
No, we can push.
This kind of reminds me of Zulkin, but with chocolate.
People have said all sorts of this feels like this. One of the most common ones is Century Spice Road.
This doesn't feel like
Kind
Century
of.
Spice Road at all. Apart from the mechanic of changing gems. The card elements completely. Well, okay. Okay, I can
You mean-
see it. I can sort of see
Is Spice
it.
Road the one that I played? Is that the first one of this?
Century Golem Edition.
Yeah, the very first one. Yeah.
I can
Okay.
see
Yeah,
the
I played the
similarities, but the mechanics are just card drafting plus resource conversion. The core of the game is completely different. Core of it's
Yeah.
complete. Yeah. Like,
It feels like it, and I think that's what people are trying to say is that it feels like you know you're trying to create this engine, etc.
For me, the how this conveyor belt works, it feels
Should've
like
done
those
that.
cogs in Zulkin,
Mhm.
where you just have to,
no,
know like 3 turns ahead what you want to do with, but you gotta wait for it to get there. I can't do anything on my first push. No, wait, I can remove a blue.
Kind of fun playing it like this rather than physically as well. You know, it's supposed to be a physical game. It's kind of like, yeah, this is pretty neat still. I kind of like that.
Yeah, TTS is one of the only ways I can actually play games these days. Like the newer stuff. It's nice to be able to try games out on this and be like, yeah, this game's amazing. I'm going to go pick it up.
That actually kind of reminds me that we need to put this up on the Kickstarter page, that if people do want to play it, they can
makes sense.
do actually do that. But at least maybe they can log on and see, you know, the prototype pieces at least.
Mm-hmm.
do that.
Okay, I think I'm finally gonna do a corner store this round.
Do you have to be careful because you really want to, as best as you can,
You cut out a lot.
saying that it's really important to sell to the corner stores.
So,
Well, if they weren't so demanding of what they had, they needed, picky jerks.
has someone got fancy tools?
I think I got rid of it. Yeah, I did.
I didn't realize I need to do that.
Would have changed that to that.
Okay, I'm done. Badger, in fact. There's no point in doing that one on that upgrade. Do this. Do this black for 2 here. So I can only sell when they drop out, right?
Read the shoot.
Okay, or the shoot. Cool. Okay, I'm done. I'm literally just chucking things around.
I finally sold something to a corner store.
Huh? Oh, nice.
I am finished. Ooh, no, I have this engineer. Can I choose to shoot with him? Oh, wait, no, he costs coal. Never mind. Bah. It does say 1 additional coal, and the shoot doesn't cost any coal. Yeah.
Choose one factory part each time you operate it. Original coal to simultaneously use it to also operate on an adjacent conveyor tile.
Right, but it says
Technically
spend 1
count the factory
additional
parts.
coal.
Yes.
I mean, technically, I wouldn't spend any coal when I use the shoot.
Yeah, so the shoot doesn't count in that instance, but that's a good question to put into the rule book.
So I would have to
So
spend
it's,
1 coal, yeah.
So basically, if it's the shoot, you can't use it.
That sucks, because I would have been able to finally get a red and finish this one.
So, what's that?
If you complete 2 of the corner shops in a round, do you draw 3, pick 1, then draw 3 and pick?
Oh, I've completed a small corner store. Do I then discard it and draw how many?
Don't discard it.
Oh,
Keep it
From
off to
my
the
way.
side.
okay. What do I do? What do I do now then?
You need to draw 1 from each of these piles, and pick 1 to replace it.
Okay, because I could have done a shoot action now that I look at now that I have this card. I could have done a shoot action for this. Can I do that now? Because I had the option to, but obviously I just
push it out.
yeah.
You
Can I do both?
You don't have to push them all.
Why we're gonna? Because then I get 10.
No, you can't do both. Only
Actually, did you duplicate everything that was on the tile with this ×2 thing?
No, I just duplicated it. Yeah, I think I did.
So this one you only duplicate 1 thing, so you only get an extra 1 of it rather than.
I've been doing extra 2.
Yeah.
How I read it, sorry. Get ×2 more of it.
So yeah, I mean, it's not that clear, but essentially it just duplicates 1 thing. Otherwise,
Also-
that would be way too powerful for 1 coal.
also, Miracle, on this one, you only do the bottom row.
Oh,
Yeah.
why?
You can only complete 1 section of a corner store per round,
Yeah.
and you start at the bottom and work your way up.
Okay, well there goes 1.
I'll say this.
Alright.
So, Caesar, I had a question. If you complete 2 corner stores in 1 round, do you draw 3 and play 1, and then draw 3, play 1, or do you just draw 3?
Play 1, draw 3, play 1.
Okay.
So whose goes it now? I mean, in terms
I'm
of
done. Is everyone finished?
yeah.
Okay, then it will be me.
Wow. Oh wow! What the? Oh, going to luxury chocolate from the start. Jesus.
How many department stores have you completed? 2. Okay, cool.
Who are you talking to? Who?
Don't know how to pronounce that.
Knuckle.
Mr. Ackle. Mr. Ackle, yeah?
Yeah.
Rackle.
Yeah, 2.
Oh, ankle.
Yeah, I was just double checking how many you've done. Yeah.
I'm
2.
on this one, and
Okay,
this
I'm
one.
done.
I'm on these 3.
You're actually doing pretty well. You're ahead in.
I'm trying my best to keep. This is why I'm kind of stressing myself out. Is because I'm trying my best to keep my head above water.
I'm done.
Yeah.
You can already do that. So none of these are particularly useful. Days now where I've created quite a nice factory, and now I get to the bees and like the last part of the game where mechanically we need to fix. Looks like a beautiful dream, but these bee ones just need. Hopefully Matt and Brett have corrected that this weekend. That was their for themselves this task this weekend to correct it. Still trying to figure this out. I don't need any of them. Could be quite useful to take this one. Yeah, so I'll take that. And discard this.
Miracle.
Ah!
Can I take that back?
Oh.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to put that back. I'm going to take a card, employee card instead. That's probably going to be more useful. What do I want to move up? Yeah, I'll take the salesman.
Oh, that's a good one. So you may substitute any combination of the same number of tablets, wrapped, or boxed chocolate when fulfilling one order. So I could just do.
Means you can substitute it however you like.
So I could just do 3 crisscrosses or 3.
Whatever you like.
Oh wow.
So, for instance, if you wanted to do this one here, who's for anything else, I think the only stipulation is that it can't be a cocoa bean. Let's. Oh, and it can't be cocoa either. So it has to be tablets, wrapped, or boxed chocolates.
Wow. Yeah, I'll go here actually. I'll grab this one. There you go, I'm done. I picked one.
Is it my turn or?
I think it's Simpsons. Yeah.
Yeah, Simpson's the last player, is it?
Yeah. I'll go to the bathroom.
On those department stores.
This so one of these be gone.
I'm confused. Shouldn't one of these... I think this one's supposed to be gone. Because he was part of the 2 set and someone took the 1. So...
So we're just waiting now?
yeah, we're waiting for him.
We just got back the graphic for this main board, actually. This is very much a prototype. But yeah, it looks really nice now.
Is it more colorful?
Yes. That's it's a shame I can't really show you via Tabletop Simulator, but Twitter, it's really, really nice. We've had a bunch of graphic designers work around the clock, actually, because we're sort of up against time because we want to send off the files in mid-March. And even all this stuff here, this has all been stuff, so it looks really, really nice compared to this stuff.
So you're literally pressing the print button almost immediately after the
Kickstarter. Yeah, so in fact, during the Kickstarter, we'll be finishing off everything. I don't envisage the B parts to be very laborious in terms of playtesting them. fingers crossed, yeah, we can send them off mid-March, at the very worst, late March, and then it gives us for in case there are delays for whatever reason. And I think we can already ask for white proofs of the manufacturer, the player board, because we want them to be as close as possible to the the tiles. We want them to push through really nicely.
What was that,
factories? Can you change one of these factories?
You can put things on top of it, but you can't move them.
Yeah, so I can change this one even though I put this one on earlier.
You can put one of these new cards on top of it. That's fine. You can get rid of this card or just leave it there.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just wanted to double check.
Kind of like this board, how it is. It makes it like, hey, this is the board with.
The new board
Considering,
is more colourful.
I kind of like the minimalist approach that you guys have going here with it.
It just doesn't fit with the colour scheme of everything else, so it has to change.
Yeah, I understand. Oh, come on, Miracle, get back here. So close.
Bad timing.
I've got my director over here who's going to let me get all 5 department stores.
Nice.
Because I just can't sell to the corner shop.
Okay, I've returned. Hi.
30 euros.
Okay, so
Pounds.
Do I pick one now?
for the factory parts, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that will give you a really nice bonus for the factory parts. Sorry, not for the factory parts, the department stores.
That's what I've been banking on.
Yeah. Although 30 isn't a huge number.
I also get points for being part of all of this.
All right.
That's
Are we?
sure.
Let's go, shall we?
Is it my turn?
It's Miracle. Or, yeah, it's Caesar.
I'll take
I mean,
this
heck,
one.
I'm getting $8 from this Fancy and Tats just for selling them one single bar. I don't want this one at all. That is bad. Okay, so do your stuff.
All right.
Boom.
I just hear the crashing just in the corner of my ear, and I'm like, ooh.
You know, I haven't had that happen to me at all game.
The crashing.
Yeah.
Where did my cocoa bean go? It just disappeared. Oh, it was underneath it. There we go.
Wait. The hell? Oh, when I pressed the push button, it moved my card that was up.
How many times can I do the conversion? Like one yellow into a thing? Is it just one for one? Is
Each
it
factory part once per push.
once per? But can I do it on multiple things? So if I have 2 yellows here, can I change them to 2 blues? Or is that just not possible?
No.
No, okay.
What you're referring to?
That's just referring to like 1 here to say I can just do...
Oh, no. That's only ever 1 to 1 blue.
Cool. Good to know.
Yeah, that's why it's sort of kind of as a red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can change that to...
Triple red. And then I can change three, the 1 here to go basically.
All right. 3 coal to turn a bean into a blue box is still.
Alright, I'm done. Actually, these ones should be yellow, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, these should be yellow. I don't know why I made them red.
I'm having such trouble getting yellow. This corner store has requested my chocolate for years now.
Hmm.
I just don't like the owner.
Yeah, it's fine, mate. Oof, you're going ahead, man. Whoa, how'd you get there?
Whee! I did the second level of this corner store.
11.
And I also did this one this round as well, so
Oh,
that's
wow.
18. Sorry, pounds.
If they could shoot up there, that would increase me to 8. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh wait, no. Why would I do that? That's dumb. No, no. Oh, in fact... We got one more round after this, right? Yeah?
One more.
Yeah, I should do that then.
Okay, I'm done. I was super productive this round. 2 corner shops. Don't discard them. What the hell?
What did you do? You hit too many cards on this deck, dude. You hit 11.
You know what I did? I hit 11 instead of...
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. That's better. £3. Not even worth my time.
Oh, I see why they were yellow, red. Bollocks. Oh well, that's just an adjustment which would have been easy to adjust. I feel like I'd like to play this game more in physical. That's just me. I think it's because I want to pick up things and move them around.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah, you're cutting out. Sorry, I couldn't catch up.
I was just saying that that's why we made the game, because it's a Euro game, very much so, but it's also very much a tactile game where you're feeling everything and you're pushing things and
Alright,
for players.
can it stop doing this? See, I would never do this in the physical game.
No.
accidentally pick up 11 cards instead of...
Oh, my hands suddenly got really full.
Who's the first player in this round?
I have no idea. I've never gone first.
You are.
Me?
No, Caesar is. And you went
think it's
first on the third round.
This is the last round as well. Ooh.
I don't know.
I'm good to go. Got my shops.
Yep, me too.
Alright. Yep. Try press. Who wants to press a new round this time?
Caesar, do you want to push the button?
Go.
Who works on Saturday?
Loads of people.
Everyone.
Everyone wants on Saturdays, dude.
Sunday that people don't work.
Yeah.
Not like that.
I just want to split this up. I don't know how to do that.
My first job in Korea, they wanted me to work on Saturdays. I was so happy to get rid of it.
How long were you there for?
That job was for a year.
Feels like too long to me. I was like,
Yeah. Every other Saturday, they wanted me to go in for this really stupid debate club. I hated that boss. Dude still owes me like $100-some.
Whew. Whoa, triple upgrade. Holy crap.
I'll take the engineer.
Triple upgrade is pretty. But I'm loving this thing over here that gets me 2 yellows for 3. Where was that all game?
obviously right there.
See, it should have been right over here. I can honestly say, Caesar, this one is way overpriced.
What, this one?
Yeah, this one right here.
Yeah, that's really expensive.
Yeah, this was like four coal to get 2 blues.
Thing is, like, I don't know if you guys have played Dice Hospital, but
Played what?
the tiles are practically in terms of their value and what they do. So that makes the drafting very important. But in this game, there are certainly some factory cards and some employee cards that are much better than others. It's the case for the B. Excuse me.
I'm having a look at what I want.
I think most of the B cards I've seen felt at least mostly worth the value, but yeah, this one, and I have the red version of it. That one feels like that should be 3.
It's definitely going to be fixed before the. I think it's kind of like the final part of the game mechanically. Everything else is done. So as long as we can get the B parts, the game's complete.
Yeah, I'm
Is
done.
this director supposed to be here?
Never.
Michael, did you
I
take
took
the
an
other version
engineer.
of this?
I took the one underneath it. Oh, yeah, so...
Okay, so then that's gone.
It's tempting to go for that one, but...
This packer that duplicates all chocolates on your conveyor belt, do you just do that whenever you want?
Yeah.
It's just once.
Yeah, but like I can wait to do it?
Yep.
Pretty
You can wait
much.
till the very end of the round and then do it.
Wow.
So I've got these two
Facial
things
ones are
here.
really good.
So I got these 2 red things here. I can use them now in this round to fulfill other things, right?
So, just so you know, before everyone starts, every piece of chocolate that is on your conveyor belt, out. So everything that lies in your factory conveyor tiles, and you put them towards everything.
Okay.
Simpson, no.
Sorry. Sounds really too good.
No. Sigh.
Shops at the moment.
We all do.
I've got 2.
What does this one do?
Triple duplicate, isn't it?
You triple what's on there, so you add two more pieces of that same type.
Oh.
Sorry, say that again.
It triples basically, so if 1 piece becomes 4. Right?
No, 1 piece becomes 2. Yeah,
Okay.
it's the same thing, but 1 piece becomes 2.
Oh, okay.
Becomes 3.
Yeah, so 1 becomes 3, right?
Yeah.
So you get okay. So yeah, it's
Like when you double something up, you're not actually 1. You're getting an extra 1 because that's double of the original.
Mm-hmm.
got it. Okay, yeah, that's
the
nuts.
same with this.
That's mine.
Good piece.
What am I doing? This goes away. Okay, Simpson, your turn.
I might want this guy.
Okay, whose turn is it?
Mine.
Simpsons.
Yeah.
This is gonna be nuts. Literally nuts. I'm gonna have lots of nutty candy. Simpson.
Simpson!
Sorry, I just don't know what to pick. They're all crap.
Well, then put him at the end of the conveyor belt and just go.
That's what I did.
Well, then that shouldn't have been our decision. Crackle, your go.
My go.
Yeah. I'm not even looking down here. You're yelling at Simpson.
It's alright. Interesting. I think I might grab this one. Let me have a look how this would function. Yeah, I'd go there.
Okay, so just gonna let you all know that I'm going to shoot up this Palace Boutique.
Whoa, you're gonna shoot it up, dude. Dude, what the hell, man?
And with this combo, I'm gonna have like 7 or 8 reds.
Cool, man.
It's crazy. All right, are we good to go?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, do it.
Oh, my card disappeared. Huh? Where'd my card go? The hell? Another card I just picked up and put on top, so it disappeared completely. It's just gone. It's just completely gone. Was that it? Yeah, that was it. Found the wrong one. There you go. Okay.
All right, and that's going to turn that into a lot of chocolate.
Moving on. Oh, that's a weird scripting issue. That's just my issue there. Initial one.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What did you say about all the chocolate left on your conveyor belt does what at the end of the game?
Comes off.
Comes off. Okay. Oh, bollocks. Okay, one more push. Oh, I didn't need to make. So did I? In fact, yeah, you're right. I didn't need to make those, so they can just turn back into a chocolate bar.
I am 1 red short because this is worth
Makes me free back.
£8 to beat. Tying him wasn't worth it.
I feel like I'm doing a couple take backsies, but luckily because it's. Should I have one more push?
There are 3 of us that have sold twice on this Gilbert's area.
I should have one on I think that's just how it goes, because now I've got 3 tiles pushed back off there now. I'm sorry, I feel like I've slightly cheated in this game in a slight sense, because I feel like I've pushed maybe once, twice too many times or something like that. Like now.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, because I don't know, I'm just really bad at tracking it. Like, I'm trying my best, but I'm just forgetful.
Basically, you just, every time you push, you should have one of those here.
So, Oh. So right, so I should have one more push now.
Yeah, so long as you've
Okay.
got these available and they haven't pushed off, then
Okay. Cool.
you have 2 pushes.
I have one more push now.
No, you have 2 pushes.
No, I pushed twice already. I've just pulled these back from over.
Don't pull them back. Leave them over here. That's why you're screwing up.
Maybe.
Move
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Be bad.
I am done.
Yep, me too.
Oh no,
That's a lot of yelling.
I've completely fucked up. I wasn't meant to do that. No. No. What was I doing? I was meant to keep one of those as a... Yeah, I was meant to keep one of those as a... Oh, I'm so much an idiot. I was meant to keep one of those as a stripey. So that would have saved me 2 coal. I'm literally doing so many take backs because I'm like, I have such a bad panic. Hey, Tron Maker, I'm doing okay. I'm just really bad at thinking.
He's not.
I'm really not good, man. Actually, would have got me back 2, actually. So now we shoot that one.
Caesar's about to lap people. It's almost like he's played this game before.
Yeah.
I'm not actually that great at this game.
And then these would get pushed. Whoop, rip. There's all the things I'm going to deal with in a minute.
Walter's Emporium this round.
And then I would turn this into a bit of a chocolate. Oh, and then I would upgrade it.
I messed that up.
This should have been.
Oh, that's bad. Don't mess that up.
This should be. This should be upgraded. This should have been a chocolate
There,
bar already.
Jesus.
Oh god.
I should definitely be at the bottom of
That
that
would be
pile, 'cause
that,
I
and
was
then
the
that would have
first
gone
to
in
do
there.
the House of
And then that's me pushed. Okay.
You should be the last. Did you just now do it this round?
No, I did Fancy and Tats. I've just gone up there twice.
Oh.
Okay, so I have no idea who did it first between you and Rackle.
Is there a way of undoing what you've done?
It's not pretty.
No, it might break the game.
Basically, Rackle, when you went here to the House of Luxury, did you go before Caesar did or after?
I feel like I got there second. What happened with Simpson, so...
I can't answer that. I'm already struggling at my own brain figuring out how the factory works, let alone where I've come first to second, man. I'm really sorry.
Split the points up between everyone. Between the 3 of us.
No, I should get 8, and you 2, and then whoever's above me should get 4.
Well,
I
I'm just
thought it
saying
was in the order.
That's really frustrating.
I know I'm at the bottom of this pile, because I was the first person to go to the House of Luxury.
And then you didn't go there again?
Nope.
So I'm using these 2.
Yeah, I went House of Luxury, then I went Palace Boutique. The only one that I did twice was Palace Boutique.
I feel like I did that last round wrong.
And
Really
then,
wrong.
Can I then take off all my chocolate now for my conveyor belt?
Yep.
So that will go there. Okay.
All right.
There we go.
So,
I'm
are
done.
we ready for end of game stuff?
Yeah.
All right.
No.
So, I guess the first thing we do is we count to see who has the most of these corners.
Okay.
Yep, I got 3.
I got
That's 2.
2.
So that'd be
How many
Caesar
corner
for
shops did
12.
you get?
Damn, I was really hoping to finish.
I'm trying to get 3, but I messed up somewhere on this last match, and I don't know where.
right. Then we should just count all of these department stores.
Yep.
So
blue
here,
goes
I
up
get 16.
Then grey goes up 8.
So Miracle goes up 8.
£50 note as well.
Okay, then
Then
over
fancy
here
and tats. Red gets 16.
Yep.
8.
Yellow gets 8, and I.
Oh, you stuck ahead of me with that, Simpson. God damn it.
Okay, Saltier's Emporium. It looks like red is getting 16, and I'm getting 8, and yellow is getting 4.
Why am I getting 16?
Put you on the bottom.
Yep, you're the first one to get there. Oh, come on, I can break 50, right? House of Luxury. Red is getting 16. I'm getting 8. Yellow gets 4.
So the question is, did yellow or grey got there quite early? Because
I have no idea.
yeah, I think I got it in the 3rd round.
I
the
went
point
there
for you, Gray.
first. Who went there second? Simpson, do you know when you went to House of Luxury?
When last, not this round, last round, I think.
Okay, so then it should be
I
yellow so yellow gets the 4, not.
Yeah,
No, I haven't moved on
I
here.
just remember going there really early.
I got another 16 points. Alright.
The House of Luxury, you got 16, didn't you? Did you already do that for you?
No, I did that one.
Oh, then yeah. Did you really get 16 points on 4 cards? Good God.
I'm sure that's 16 points on that one. It must be wrong somewhere.
Okay, and then we go to Dustin and Gilbert's, which red gets another 16. White gets 8, and I get 4. Move Miracle because he's not touching his piece.
Yeah, touch my pieces.
Touch your pieces all I want.
Touch my pieces.
Alright, bonus. Count how many places you've actually sold to. So I think everyone except for White has sold to 5.
Yeah, which is quite an achievement.
Wait, what?
So you sold to 3 buildings, so you get $5.
Is that an achievement, did you say?
No, it's an achievement to actually sell to all 5 in a 4-player game.
Oh, right. I probably could have, but I didn't bother.
And what's the last of it?
I didn't understand what I was doing.
What's the last stuff, Caesar?
I think that's it for the scoring.
What about the chocolate pieces? Or those
Oh,
worth
okay.
something?
Any leftover chocolate pieces that you sold, they're worth 1 point.
What about coal?
Worth nothing.
Coal's worth nothing. Stop killing the planet there, Simpson.
Got to make chocolate somehow.
I mentioned that before, that coal's worth nothing and does are worth
Not
1
like I
point.
actually need. Not like I need extra points anyway. But, you know.
Yeah.
Alright then.
What are the final scores?
So
I got 93.
I have... it's 50, 70, 75.
76.
Ugh.
I got 139.
How does Simpson do this? You're just... You start the game off and I don't know what I'm doing, and then like almost
Yeah,
win.
he did it, but he's first place here.
Yeah.
Yeah, those point swings make a big difference.
So who won?
Always keep an eye on these department stores.
64 points there.
Yeah, that's huge. Who won it then? Caesar.
So
Oh,
Simpson won.
I got 116.
Yeah, Simpson has 130.
Oh, what the hell? Okay. That's nuts, yo.
That is
Anyway.
crazy.
That's the game.
That's the game. Well, thank you very much for playing, everyone. I appreciate that massively.
I hope you enjoyed it.
I did.
Yeah, the B parts do need a bit of work.
I don't know if I enjoyed it because I struggled with the entire process of the factory. But
You struggled because you kept moving these little tiles.
I also didn't move it because I was picking things up.
They just sit here.
I know, I'm really bad. I'm just touch things and I'm sorry.
Basically, it should be pretty obvious because you have 3 conveyor belts that are at the end of your tiles, and then there should be none on the left-hand side.
Yeah, as well as doing was I was moving them back, and I was getting confused, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm an idiot."
There was a question we got from a reviewer who asked, "Hey, can you reuse the ones that come out at the end?" Read the rules, because if you do that, you're going to infinitely just keep on pushing them through.
Mm-hmm. Well,
even with the physical version, it can be quite confusing. But I think generally, if you had the physical version, it's not so difficult to ascertain. But I get what you're saying about the factory part and the efficiency. That can be a bit too brain burnery for some people.
Yeah, this was certainly a brain burner, which hurt my brain. I enjoyed it. I like the concept though.
I enjoyed this a lot. Like I said, it has that Zolkin feel of you need to plan like 3 turns ahead, but at the same time, it's chocolate.
Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream now, though, guys. So thank you everyone for watching. I'm gonna stop streaming that, and I have to leave myself.